right. Thank you, Mr. Shinn, and good afternoon, everyone. We are from the University of Hawaii STEM Career Academy program. My name is Davin Sasaki. I'm the program manager. Today, got a very special guest who will introduce you to a skill engineers use in their profession, which that will help you in your design project. We have Alden Fernandez, who is a undergraduate mechanical engineering student and a STEM Career Academy intern. So Alden, I will now hand it off to you.
Thanks, Devin, and good afternoon, everyone. As Devin said, today I'll be talking about engineering sketching and design. So could I get a show of hands here who likes to draw and sketch? Do I see a couple of hands or no?
We're all being shy.
It's okay if we have some shy artists, but whether you like drawing or you don't yet, hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to use this drawing in your projects. So the techniques and tools I'm going to share with you today, hopefully will take your projects so you can make it, take it from good to great. So the plan for today, we'll be covering what are engineering design sketches, why you make these sketches, and how to make your own design sketch. And at the end, we'll recap on what we talked about and leave some time for questions. So first off, what are design sketches? Design sketches are something we draw during the planning and brainstorming step of the engineering design process. So during this step of the engineering design process, this is the time where you want to think of as many solutions to your problem as you can. And before you can make any of your ideas come to life, you want to draw them out so you can visualize it in a way that you understand what you need to do. So not only does your drawing help you understand what you want to accomplish, it also helps you communicate with your customers or your clients about important design elements that you want to make. And it's also very helpful that you create the drawing because you can view it in an easy way. You can view it in an easy to view format, such as on a piece of paper you can hold in your hand or on your smartphones or computers. And while engineers work on drawing their designs, they actually learn more about what they need to do or what their limitations are. And speaking from my own experiences working on projects, I learned more about things like how much space can I work with, or what can I accomplish with the tools and materials I have right now. So that's kind of what design sketches do for you. And some of you actually design sketches. Are all of you familiar with something called blueprints? If you are, blueprints are an example of design sketches. They're basically drawings of inventions, fabricated parts, system components, and just to name a few examples. So now that we have some background on what design sketches are, let's talk about why we create these accurate sketches. So sketches to me are kind of like recipes for making a dish. It's a set of information that you or other people can look back on to help reproduce a product. And this is especially useful when you're making more than one of the same thing. Like, let's say, for example, a bunch of houses with the same exact design and layout. And sketches are especially useful when you want to redesign a system. So this is a favorite point of mine because I tend to make a lot of mistakes in my work. And I think while I'm still drawing out my design, this is the best time to make the mistakes and learn from it instead of when I'm actually building something. So something I kind of hinted at earlier is that your drawings are a form of communication with others. Because engineers often collaborate with other engineers, it's very common for them to share and present their designs with other people. And their sketch is a way for them to share their ideas that other people across the world can understand it. And finally, engineers use their sketch as a way to preserve their work so that people in the future can make use of it. So whether that be 1 year from now or even 10 or 100 years from now. And other things to consider is that something I want to reemphasize is that your sketch is a very useful tool for communicating. And without proper communication, that can lead to things like loss of time, loss of money, materials, and even injury in serious cases. And before we move on, I want to cover some key vocabulary terms. The word I've been using a lot so far is the word sketch. And a formal definition of it is a rough drawing of a subject. So whether that be an object or a scene. And when I say rough drawing, that's just to point out that your drawing does not have to be perfect when you first start it. And a scale is the size of a picture plan or model of an object relative or compared to the size of the actual thing. A common example is on a paper map. Sometimes you'll see something written like 1 inch equals 1 mile. That means 1 inch on the map itself represents 1 mile in real life. That's what a scale is.